Olivia, and today I'm going to be going through my bullet journal and showing you guys some of my favorite and most efficient trackers. Right now it's about the end of May, so before every single month I always prep for the next month. So right now I just started prepping for the month of June, and when I was prepping for the month of June, I realized I didn't need to track anything school-wise, and all my other monthly spreads have always been tracking my schoolwork. Now that June is starting, I realized that there's a lot of things I want to be a habit of mine, and I want that to be a habit when I go into college. Over the summer, you really don't have to track that much schoolwork wise, but there's always tons you can use your bullet journal for. So this is my habit tracker for the month of June. As you can see right now, it's completely empty. But what I did is most habit trackers, like I'll show you, when I first started doing habit trackers, I did them in like this layout, where you write one thing and then you just have a big dot grid to show all the habits that you have. And I started doing it like that, which is efficient if you have a bunch of habits that you want to keep track of, but you really can't see your progress. It's just really hard to keep track of what you did and didn't do. So I found that making different boxes is a lot more efficient than doing the other way. So right now I just did a 15-minute cleanup because that's a habit that I want to do, and every night I want to take 15 minutes to just clean up around my room or clean up the bathroom, or just clean up whatever place I made a mess. Next one, I have a habit thing for bullet journaling because obviously I want that to be a habit. I want to do that every single night. And then another one I want to do is workout, so I'm trying to do that once a day. And then I have a couple other that I left blank, so when the habit comes in my head, I'll be like, oh perfect, now I can start tracking it because I have an empty tracker there. Another suggestion I have for when you're making trackers is you want to keep it to about 5 habits, because once you start adding a bunch of habits are just impossible, like work out every day, eat healthy every day, drink water every day, like a bunch, it's just super hard to keep track of them, and then you just don't really do it. So instead, I think having like 3 or 4 that you're really determined to do is a lot more efficient, and they actually end up becoming habits when you have 3 or 4 that you're really in charge of and you really look for. So for me, those habits will be cleaning, bullet journaling, and working out. Next one I have is expenses for the month of June. So this one is blank right now, obviously, because June hasn't started yet. So pretty much what you do is you just write down whenever you spend money, and I just kind of like really quickly a little description. I'm like, oh, I babysat, so I got 40 bucks, and then I bought my mom a Mother's Day gift, so I lost 40 bucks, and different things like that. And then I just highlight every time I gain money, and then I just subtract every time I lose money. Next thing I want to do this month, I actually haven't done it yet, so this is a new spread idea I was thinking of, but it's a nutrition tracker. It's a nutrition tracker like that. I highlighted it in like the different colors: grains, fruits and veggies, dairy, protein, sugar, and fat. I want to have that many grains, that many fruits and veggies, and then half the amount of dairy, half the amount of protein, and then a little bit of the amounts of sugar and fat right down here. I really don't have a diet or any of that stuff. I just like to ensure that if I have a huge bowl of pasta, I'm also eating veggies and fruits, and that I'm not just having pasta and pasta and pasta, or sugar and sugar and sugar. That I can do that, but I also have to balance it out with some other of the different food groups. So that's really what I like to do for nutrition-wise, or to stay healthy, I guess. And this is something I know myself realistically, I'm probably not going to keep this up every single day. So what I did because of that is on the little place where I wrote the date, I didn't actually do the date until I actually do them. This also puts no pressure on myself, so whenever I'm like, oh, I want to do this, I can track it when I want to, but then if I don't track it, I don't feel bad. So I really just like to do habits that are easy to track, and then certain habits like these where you don't need to track them every single day, where you just want to track them when you want to see how your nutrition is going. Another tracker that I did last month was a mood tracker. So this is like this, and it's like a little circle so you can track your moods and stuff. And it wasn't really that efficient. I didn't really understand the purpose of it. I really just wanted to do it because I thought it looked cute and it looked pretty nice. But I think the idea of it is you have a circle, you write all the days of the month in it, and then as you can see right here, 1 on May 1st, I was super happy, so I did a huge arrow. And at the end, you can kind of see all your moods. So this one's a really popular one amongst the bullet journal community. But to be honest, there really was no benefit from that. It didn't help me. But if that's something that you're interested in doing, it's a fun tracker and it looks really cute in your spreads. Another one I did was a sleep tracker. I love this one. So this one I did last month and I just put that at the bottom and I wrote the months down here. And so then throughout the month I would just dot every day what time I went to bed, so 11. And I did not realize how crazy my sleep schedule is. I thought I roughly went to bed at like 12 every night, but apparently some nights it just drops down to 3 and then some nights it pops up to 8 at 8 p.m. Completely random. So that's something I really want to fix, and I want to start to get that flat instead of having it jump up and down. So I really think it's useful to track your sleep because that's one of the most important things you can do for your body. I don't really know if this counts as a tracker. It's just a meal ideas tracker. It's completely blank. I literally made it 5 minutes ago. I really want to start cooking and becoming really good at like making meals, just because that's something I don't really do. I don't cook that often, and I'm going off to college next year, so I really want to just be able to cook on my own or know healthy meals all on my own just in case I need to. So I really want to just start tracking every time I hear about a healthy meal or different meal ideas and just put them all in one spot. Now my last one, I have one last tracker that I'm doing. It's the gratitude tracker. So this is mine from last month. Setting up the thing, I will just write gratitude at the top and then leave the whole spread blank. And then once I start actually writing it through, on the first day I'll write like June 1st, today I was super grateful that it was the start of summer and blah blah blah. But the goal is to write as much as you can to be grateful for, because there's tons to be grateful for. And I think that's a really, really important one to track. All the habits and all those things, those are great, but none of it really matters unless you get to step back and realize that there's so much in life to be grateful for. So that's pretty much it for my trackers for the month of June. I'm not exactly sure which ones are going to work out and which ones are not going to work out, but the general idea for it is to not overwhelm yourself with tons and tons and tons to track. And also, don't expect yourself to track all these things every single day. It's just good to know that that's a habit that you want to do and track it when you can. Don't overwhelm yourself because most likely it'll be too much and you won't end up creating a habit. Alright, so that's pretty much it for today's video and some of my favorite trackers. If you're interested in bullet journaling or want to know more about bullet journaling, let me know. This video is a bit different from the other videos I usually do, but I really like talking about bullet journaling and I love to bullet journal, so I thought it would be a fun little video to do. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye!